Hey guys, so today we are taking a look at the headlining character of the 2023 Worldwide Celebration, LR Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta, who fuse into Vegito Blue. So we're going to talk about their kits and what they're able to do in the first part of this video. If you guys don't want to watch this first part, feel free to skip to the actual showcase, which is coming later. I just want to make sure that for everybody who doesn't know what this character does or isn't as familiar with the game, maybe they're first starting out the game, I want to make sure I'm able to explain everything this character is able to do first, so you guys can understand how this character functions while we take him into the actual event later on. So let's go ahead and start here. So their leader skill is very insane. This is the first time we've ever seen a leader skill like this before. So this character is leading Battle of Fate, Future Saga, or Power Beyond Super Saiyan 3 Ki 170% across the board. And then they're giving an additional 30% buff to Realm of Gods or Time Travelers. So that's pretty much what we've, become accustomed to these days. They have 2 or 3 leader skills, and then they give extra stat boosts to an additional few categories if you belong to those as well as one of the ones on the top. These guys also are leading Super Class, Ki +3, and then 150% to HP attack and defense if you're not in one of those top 3 categories. So this is a really expansive team. Like, this is crazy, this leader skill. All right, their 12 key super attack is the Rage of Our Warrior Race, so that infinitely stacks attack and does colossal damage. The 18 key is the Kamehameha and the Final Flash, which infinitely stacks defense and does mega colossal damage. All right, so their passive is the God Smashing Power. Activates the entrance animation once only, and they get an extra defense 100%, and guard activated against all attacks for 4 turns from the start of turn when there's another Future Saga category ally on the team at start of character's attacking turn, which is pretty easy to do. I mean, you're probably going to be wanting to run this guy next to at least one other Future Saga category ally. It's not that hard to do. That's fine. It's on the team too, so it's not even just on the same rotation as them. Then they're starting out with 3 key, and they get 100% attack and defense. Then they get an additional Ki +2 per type key sphere obtained. That's every non-rainbow key sphere. Then they get an additional attack and defense plus 50% and attacks effective against all types when there is a Realm of Gods category enemy, which is not going to be something you see, I think, too often. We'll have to see what other stages we get in the Dismal Future Red Zone event, because I imagine it's probably going to be like, Merge Zamasu. I guess it's possible we could potentially get a stage for like Vegito Blue in there, maybe Trunks. But like obviously Vegito Blue and then like Rose is already a stage in there. Obviously those would be Realm of Gods category enemies, so you could get that portion of their passive activated. Then they get an additional defense plus 150% and a high chance of evading enemies' attacks, including super attacks, as the first attacker in a turn. Then they get an additional attack plus 100% and defense plus 50% and launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack as the second or third attacker in a turn. And then they launch an additional super attack when Ki is 20 or more. So this character can do up to 4 supers per turn, right? You have them in slots 2 or 3. They have the high chance to do an extra super there. Then if you have over 20 Ki, they're doing an additional super. Then they have their normal attack, and then they have their hidden potential system. So I mean, this is a 55% character, so I only have them at, of course, 5 additional. So that's what they're going to be looking like there. Then their active skill, of course, is the Potara Fusion. Can be activated when HP is 70% or less, starting from the 5th turn from the start of turn, or when there is another Future Saga category ally attacking in the same turn, or a Future Saga category enemy starting from the 7th turn from the start of turn once only. This is the one area where I actually am a bit nervous for this character. I definitely think this character could have used a bit more in their passive prior to them fusing, but it wouldn't really have made a difference if this condition was a bit better. So the one area where I'm a little bit shaky on this unit, I mean, I haven't used them yet, so I can't say for sure, but there's going to be a time frame where you are, sometimes your guard is going to run out, right? Because their entrance animation comes with 4 turns of guard. If that guard runs out and you have not fulfilled the conditions to fuse, remember, you have to be below 70% HP and turn 5 or later. So let's just say it's turn 5 and you are not below 70% HP. At that point, this character's guard will be expired. And I think that's a situation where this character can actually look pretty weak compared to a lot of the other better units in the game. So that's a scenario where I think this character might not look too impressive, but I wish they would have made this a little bit easier to get. I think it would have made a lot of sense if they just didn't have the HP restriction. If they just got rid of that first line, and just kept it turn 5 and they could fuse, that would be perfect, because their guard would expire and then you'd instantly just fuse. But you have this extra stipulation in here where you have to be below 70% HP, and I think that actually does matter a lot. All right, and then we have their links: Super Saiyan, Warrior Gods, Godly Power, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle, Kamehameha, and Legendary Power. Pretty decent link set. Of course, they're a Goku and Vegeta character, so they're going to work well with basically every iteration of a Saiyan character that exists in the game. And then there are categories of a lot. Look at this. So many categories. Battle of Fate, Future Saga, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Realm of Gods, Time Travelers, Pure Saiyans, Joined Forces, Master Evolution, Bond of Parent and Child, Superheroes, Patara, Kamehameha, Final Trump Card, Battle of Wits, Time Limit, Accelerated Battle, and Fused Fighters. Alright, so let's just assume that you get the fusion. And now we're talking. Now we jump into Blue Vegito. This is where things get insane. So, the super attack for the 12 key is the Final Flash. Greatly raised attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to enemy, and lowers attack and defense. So it's a 50% raise every time he does a super attack. Then the 18 key is the Vegito special. Greatly raised attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to enemy, and then raises super class allies defense by 50% for 1 turn. That is insane, considering this character in a lot of instances wants to be in slot 1. So you're going to be giving 50% defense to the entire rotation, assuming that you have him in slot 1. Remember, he's getting 50% attack and defense for 1 turn, and then he's getting another 50%, not just to the entire rotation, which it's also going to affect himself too. So it's essentially a 100% defense raise there. All right, so moving on to the passive, we have the All-Rounders Grand Performance, key +5, attack and defense +250%, just ridiculous numbers there. Then he gets an additional key +2 per key sphere obtained. So he's starting with 5 key, and then he's getting an additional 2 key per key sphere obtained. So essentially, you're never going to have key issues with this character at any point. There's no way. He does have attacks effective against all types, and then he reduces damage received by 30% before attacking. So if he's in slot 1 and the enemy supers him before he attacks, he's going to get that extra 30% damage reduction, as well as if you're fighting bosses that do AoE attacks, right? So like Red Zone Broly, AoE Super. If this Vegito's in slot 2 and that Broly AoE Supers before this Vegito attacks, he's going to have the extra damage reduction. Same thing with like the Sin Shenron or the Omega Shenron stage with the AoE normal attacks. Then he also gets 20% damage reduction, just baseline. And then he... Oh no, sorry, that's not baseline. He gets reduces damage by 20%, high chance of evading enemies' attacks, including super attacks, and launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack as the first attacker in a turn. Then he launches an additional super attack and medium chance of launching another additional super attack as the second or third attacker in a turn. Then he launches an additional super attack when activating the active skill or when key is 20 or more. So this is a character that's going to be doing a lot of super attacks. And I think when you look at characters like this Vegito who are just doing an onslaught of attacks, very similar, honestly, to LR STR Cooler from last year's Worldwide Celebration, these characters tend to be a bit dupe dependent. So I would not be surprised if if we do get to transform into Vegito, which we probably will because I'm going into an event specifically so that we can do that. There could potentially be instances where this character is at 55%, might not be looking like super mega broken. But I assure you that this transformed and fused Vegito at 79% in the Hidden Digital System is pretty much untouchable by most things in the game. So I think it actually is something to note that this character does, to me at least, upon initial glance, seem a bit dupe dependent because of all the attacks he's doing and stuff here. But this is a character where I feel like you could actually get a lot of value out of using the active skill in slots 2 and 3 and then moving him into slot 1, because he should pick up the extra effects and mechanics that he gets from attacking in slots 2 and 3. And then you can also pick up the effects and mechanics from slot 1 if you move him there after you use the active skill. So we'll see if we can get that into the showcase here. Then the active skill is the God Impact. This thing is just ridiculous. Can be activated if HP is 50% or less, which is, I think, as long as you're under 70% HP, you can fuse with him. I think I don't even know if I would say most of the time, but a good amount of the time when you are under 70% HP, you're probably also going to be under 50% HP. I think what you could probably do is you fuse and then you could instantly use this. It also depends on the enemy's HP too, because if you're not under 50% HP, but the enemy is under 50% HP, then you could still use this. So this causes ultimate damage, and within the turn activated, evades enemy attacks. Just 100% chance to dodge when you activate this. Pretty stupid. Then his links change slightly, so it looks like we lose Godly Power. Wait, what do we lose here? We lose Godly Power, Prepared for Battle, and Kamehameha for Over to Flash, Power Bestowed by God, and Fused Fighter. Honestly, it doesn't really matter because he should never struggle for ki, right? 5 ki start of turn, and then 2 ki per ki sphere he obtains. Like, that's just ridiculous. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the Frieza Red Zone stage. Again, I want to make sure that we're jumping into a longer event so that we're able to get the fusion at some point here. I'm going to be using their own team. This is, once again, the Battle of Fate, Future Saga, and Power Beyond Super Saiyan team. The friend is also 55%. He is pretty much Link level 1. He has a few Link levels. It was very low. We also are going to be trying out this new banner unit, Mai. She can be a pretty, I think powerful support character. 50% support to Super Class plus Future. And we're going to also be throwing in the Tech Vegito as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in here and we will see what we got here. All right, so let's just first of all undo that. Rotations are actually pretty perfect. That's actually very rare for me. All right, let's not skip animations and we'll go ahead and jump right into things. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. So remember, this character is designed to be a bit more defensive in slot 1 because they're getting the extra 150% defense, and they're also picking up the 50% chance to dodge in slot 1. They're going to look a lot more powerful in slots 2 and 3, though, because of the extra chance to additional, and then also just because they're getting more attack in slots 2 and 3. I think for the sake of the showcase, we'll put Vegito in slot 1 here. And then we'll try and give the Goku and Vegeta as much ki as possible. I think we'll do this. And then we'll do this. Yeah, it's full ki, so we'll do that. All right, so they're going to have access to Bulma support here. So they're only at 190,000 defense, but keep in mind they are at least guarding for the first 4 turns. And they do have the extra 100% defense. Let's go ahead and grab those with Bulma. We'll be able to grab the support, and everything will be fantastic. Hopefully, Vegito doesn't do too much damage. I would prefer if we didn't just, like, instantly kill this guy. Please stop. Oh, God. All right, just don't crit. Again, there's a possibility that the Goku and Vegeta do up to 4 attacks. How much does this first one do? So 4.5 million. Again, not the craziest number of all time, but they can attack a lot. We'll see if we get lucky here. So there's the first attack. Remember, this infinitely stacks defense. Okay, so this is the 12 ki super. This infinitely stacks attack. Remember, the attack stacking is going to carry over once we fuse into Vegito Blue, and that will directly impact the active skill damage. So there's the third super. We potentially could get a 4th, but it is very unlikely because we only have 5 additional in the potential system because they're 55%, and we killed them anyway. So that was a pretty good first turn from them, I think. We got triple super there. That's pretty good. We got a stack of defense, and we got 2 attack stacks. Alrighty, so we got Vegeta and Trunks. We have Mai, Goku and Vegeta here, and we have Mai. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it this way. So I gave Mai mostly dodge and additional. I think it's a fine build for her, because she does get damage reduction, but she has to attack, super attack twice. So we'll see how lucky we get with her. I guess I'll leave things like this. We could do this with Vegeta and Trunks. I mean, sure, he can go ahead and super, but we have... Every character on this rotation is guarding, because Mai has type advantage. Let's just do that, give them max ki. And then with Mai, we can... There are links here, by the way. We have 4 links active here. They're at 246,000. Remember, Mai is giving 50% support to Superclass. No, she's giving 30% support to Superclass, and then an additional 20% support to Future, like Superclass Future. And then we also, don't forget, also have the Bulma support still active here. So, let's see how this goes. So, Vegeta and Trunks actually right now have, what is it, like 80-90% support or something? It's just crazy, the amount of support that we have on this turn. Alright, hopefully they don't crit. Okay, cool. Thanks, fellas. I just want to get as many attacks in with Vegeta and Goku and Vegeta as possible. Alright, so they're up to 5.5. Let's see how many attacks they give us. Alright, there's the second one. This is a attack stack here. Alright, they could do up to 2 more. Alright, there's the third. Sure. They've been looking pretty good so far in terms of just the amount of supers they've given us. We've gotten pretty lucky with those. Alright, we can get one more, which we actually got it? Wow. That is not luck. That is not very likely to get. Again, we have a level 5 additional in the Hidden Potential system. Alright, hopefully Mai gives us an additional super here. She has 2 additionals that she can do from her passive and then Hidden Potential. Okay, there's the normal, and they're perfect. There's the super. Okay, so now she has an extra damage reduction buff from her passive because of this. We're actually not going to kill this Frieza, huh? Yeah, damn. We actually live with like a sliver of health. This is fine. We should be fine against this. Yep. 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 Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna prioritize this character. Obviously, number 1 to the showcase unit, and I think it's just more important to get the defensive stack. So let's just go ahead and do this. Remember, they are still guarding. This is their final turn of guard. Let's do that. It doesn't really matter what else we do. We're obviously going to kill him in 1 hit because he's at 1 HP. But we can squeeze in the extra... Okay, yeah, remember, they have 50% chance to dodge in slot 1. We can squeeze in the extra defensive stack here with the 18 key. Notice how much lower their attack stat was on this turn. That's, you know, not only is that without Bulma support, but them being in slot 1, again, they're like sort of swapping out a lot of their offense for defense, so... Okay, so now we're up to 3rd form Frieza. I think I'm just going to keep the same rotations. We'll just do it like this. Now, Mai, Goku, and Vegeta are still guarding because this is their 2nd turn being on rotation. So this is their final turn with guard activated. 248,000. They'll jump up higher once we collect orbs with Bulma. So let's do that. I want to make sure Bulma can get her support. I mean, this should be fine. Yeah, that's fine. 5 there. Let's just do it like this. Alright, let's see what we got. Vegeta and Trunks, 7.4. It's pretty high for them. This Vegeta and Trunks character is obviously... You guys know, but they're not like a mega offensive character, but like these are pretty decent numbers. Like, it's not crazy, but they're not bad for a character as defensive as Vegeta and Trunks, so... That's pretty good for them. They triple supered. Wow, okay. Alright, let's see how many supers we can get with Goku and Vegeta. So this is mine. This is the one that quad supered last turn. Let's see. 5.5, sure. Alright, so this is a defensive stack here. Let's see how many times they can 12 key super. Okay. Okay. I think so. They can do 1 more, right? It would be so unlikely to get this other one, though. Yeah, we didn't get it. Okay. I mean, they got 1, I guess, which is fine. That's so we got 1 defensive stack and 1 offensive stack in this turn. So starting from this upcoming turn, okay, he's gonna fuse. Or sorry, he's not gonna. He's gonna transform. And now, starting from this turn, both of the Goku and Vegetas no longer have guard, and they no longer have their extra 100% defense. So I'm gonna click on this status on the character wheel here, and their defensive number might not be the craziest. Yeah, 292 is not exactly great. Remember, this is with Bulma support and with Mai support. How much was... I always forget how much support Bulma gives. Bulma gives 37%. So this is 87% support is how much support we have here. We could just put him in, like, I don't think this third form Frieza is not doing 680k with a super. So I think what we'll actually do is we'll do this. Now, obviously, it would be a lot better to do this because the turn where this Tech Vegito transforms, he has guaranteed dodging. But I want to get the extra stack in here, and I want to just see how this guy is able to tank potentially a super attack. If he's going to dodge it, he could dodge it. Remember, he has 50% chance to dodge in slot 1. But even if we eat a super attack, that would actually be good because next turn we'd be able to transform with my Goku and Vegeta. So let's try it like this. We'll see what happens. Vegito, we could do this, and I think this should be fine. Let's see how this goes. All right, offensively, they're not going to look too good here, but we'll see. 4 points. That's not horrible. I mean, a lot of support. 87% support here. All right, there's the defensive stack. There's another stack. Nice. Perfect. Give me as many stacks as possible. Okay. Yep, they dodged it. There it is. All right. And then this guy's just going to tear him in half. I actually kind of hope this guy doesn't crit. Don't crit. Okay, good. I want this guy to get as many hits as possible because this guy builds up by attacking. Nice. He's not critting at all. This is actually ideal. we do not want him to crit. Perfect. Okay, that's fine. He did 3 attacks. I'll live with it. All right, so now we're up to final form Frieza. 200k, huh? This could potentially be pretty scary, actually. So the GT unit at the end has not been hit a single time, and I don't even think they've attacked a single time. So they could actually get blasted by this Frieza. Let's do this. Let's do this. I think I'm going to try this. Yeah, that should be fine. I mean, if Frieza supers them in the middle, that could be like 500k damage. Like, actually. We'll see. We'll just see how this plays out. If we end up somehow dying here, we'll just jump right back in. I'll just cut and we'll be right back. But I just want to see how this plays out. Ideally, he would super Vegeta and Trunks right here. He did not. I would prefer to take damage, but obviously not enough to where we die. All we got to do is fall below 70% HP. Okay, perfect. He's super Vegeta and Trunks. This is really good. This is going to do like nothing. Yeah. All right, so now they're up to 5.1. Remember, they're continuing to stack. All right. One more? One more. They do. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty consistent that they're at least going to be doing 2 supers per turn, which I'll take that. Because it's a stack of defense and it's a stack of attack. Oh, wow, they gave us the 3rd. Okay, again, very unlikely for that to happen. So that's another attack stack. Cool. 152k. All right. I mean, honestly, that's pretty good. That's good. Well, that's not a good sign for them, but that's good that we took that damage because it's going to get us closer to being able to fuse, right? What's our HP at? We're not below. Yeah, we're not below 70. Would I want Frieza to super attack these guys? Probably no. Unless we got a 3rd super after this. Super one more time. Okay, please don't super. Don't super. Don't super. Don't super. Don't. Okay, we're good. Perfect. Perfect. This is excellent. Okay, we got the Icarus. That's fine. We are below below 70, right? We should be, and that means we can Patara fuse here. Yeah, we can actually we can use Bulma's active as well. Jeez. How do I want to do this? There is a scenario where Well, technically we'll be able to fuse next turn too, right? Assuming we don't heal, which I'm not going to heal. Let's do it. All right, so what I was thinking is I want to really try and find a way to take damage to make us fall below 50%. The reason why is because I would have liked to have set up next turn a Vegito transformation and active skill on the same turn against the final phase of this event. I guess we can just do this and like hope that Vegito actually takes damage in slot 1. I guess is what we should do here. Should I do this? Look how easy it is for him to get key. Let's do it like this. If Vegito eats a super before he attacks, I mean, so he has 486k defense, but he also has 50% damage reduction before he attacks. And then once he starts attacking, I mean, he just gets up to ridiculous amounts of defense. Plus, we're also going to have Bulma support here as well. Let's just, for now, let's just try like this. Okay, we'll just do that. And then we'll give Bulma the AGL orbs. I don't want to heal. I do not want to heal here at all. That's fine. All right, let's see how this plays out. This is a 55% Vegito. All right, 8.2. Giving a ton of defense to the whole rotation here, plus himself. He's effective against all types. All right, next another super here. So at least we get both the both these super attack animations in the video. I actually kind of hope he does super here. He's definitely not going to kill us, but it would do enough damage to make us skip. Oh, perfect. No, he dodged it. No. Dude, if that hit, that would have been perfect. Ah, that's fine. That's he's incinerated. Okay. Here's where things get a little dumb. Let's do the, oh my god, 700k. Let's do the father-son Gallic gun here. And then I'm gonna fuse into Vegito again. All right, so we have a mega juice turn here because we have not only Bulma support, not only my support, but we have the father-son Gallic gun support. So Vegito is starting the turn at 633k defense here. Okay, so, you know, obviously, this is the safe play. Are we going to play it safe? Or should we just do this? Now, I will say, if Frieza super, if that first attack is a super and Vegito doesn't dodge, I think we could still, I think we would die. I do. Because this Frieza is a real red zone boss. Like the final phase of the red zone Frieza stage, this full power Frieza hits like a real red zone boss. Now keep in mind, we do have 633,000 defense, and if, you know, we get hit before we attack, we do have 50% damage reduction. But I think we probably would still die. We'll see. We'll see. I think if Frieza supered Vegito after Vegito does a bunch of attacks, we might actually just survive. But let's see how this goes. Let's just give him max ki. Let's have him do as much as possible here. We'll get same type orbs here to heal up as much as we can, and then let's just see how Vegito... Yeah, we fully healed from that because of how high our defense is. Let's see how Vegito does here. Okay, no super. 8.6. Remember, he's effective against all types, so even though this Frieza is tech, we're going to be doing super effective damage here. All right, I'm hoping for at least one more super. Come on, give us one more. Normal. Come on, one more. There we go. Can he? I guess he technically can do another one. Nah, he didn't. Okay, super? Super? No super? I don't think he's super. Nah, okay, he didn't super. So our defense, by the way, on this turn with Vegito, it was over 1 million, right? I mean, with damage reduction and a 50% chance to dodge in slot 1, yeah, he's looking pretty strong. Looking pretty strong. All right, let's see if Mai sells for us. If Mai gives us 2 supers, she has the damage reduction, and I also gave her mostly dodge. Okay, come on, one more super. All right, we're dead. Once she dodges this. Okay, she dodged. Okay. And she's taking double digits. Okay, cool. All right, so I guess we'll be able to finish off with Vegeta. Oh my God, we can pop that too. Oh my God, this is perfect. This is actually perfect. All right, so here's the thing here. I could pop this Vegito's active skill, but it's probably not going to just straight up kill Frieza, right? The problem is, though, if I pop this tech Vegito's active skill, it probably is going to kill, and I want to... I would prefer to get the windscreen with this AGL one, but let's just pop it just in case. We'll see what happens here. Okay, fine. So we didn't kill him there, but as you guys know, we now have a 100% chance to dodge. So we can just do this, and we are good to go. So because we did the active skill in slot 2, this Vegito should now have access to the other extra abilities he gets from being in slots 2 and 3. So he's actually, I think he potentially could super 6 times in slot 1 here, while being immune to all damage and giving the entire rest of the rotation 50% defense on super attack. Is that good? I don't know. Let me know if you think that's good. All right, well, I don't have any other way to say this, but goodbye. So let me know down below what you guys think of this Vegito character. I mean, again, he has a weakness, which I mentioned at the beginning of the video, in that little window where Goku and Vegeta pre-fusion could end up taking a lot of damage and, you know, might not look as powerful before they fuse after their entrance animation buff wears out with their guard. But other than that, I mean, once you get to this guy, this Vegito, you just cruise, it looks like almost. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think of this guy at 55% full level 1 links. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.